In this episode, we start taking the dashboard from this to this. Welcome to part 2 of how to restore your G-body dash, or in my case, how to restore a dash on a 1979 Pontiac Grand Prix. But hey, if you're meeting me for the first time, I'm Grant Tommy. This is Straight Six Fan, your home for offbeat hot rodding. And again, Grand Prix is probably the most offbeat G-body out there, especially this era with that ugly split headlight look. But I'm going to try and keep the talking to a minimum today, because a lot of this stuff, again, it's a repeat steps from my trim repair videos. So we are on the step of using the SEM soap and a Scotch-Brite pad. Since we've already cleaned our components with hand soap or dish soap and water, we're going to be on that, but we're going to be painting up some of the smaller things like speaker grill, glove box, ashtray, things like that, because I think I need more dedicated time to really concentrate on the dash. So we're going to try to knock out some of those things, but like I said, I'm going to try to keep the talking to a minimum, just give you guys that music montage. One of the pieces I forgot to mention is our steering column. We're going to try to knock that out today, and as opposed to trying to remove it and paint it, I'm going to paint it here in place. But as I mentioned, we're on the step of the SEM prep soap with our Scotch-Brite pad, so we'll be doing that with the vinyl steering wheel, but your steering column is just kind of other plastic, so we got some sandpaper for that, and we're going to tackle that now. Alright, I think I'm pretty happy with how the steering column is turning out, the steering wheel and column. Now, I'm running out of paint, and that's the last thing I need to paint, that tan color. Everything else is going to go gray, and I think I got plenty of paint for that. But I'm going to step away from it for a second so I can come back with the critical eye, look for places I need to hit it up a second time. And, well, of course, even with a mask kind of fuming in there. So, if you're not a wuss like me, take the steering column out. Do it outside, but yeah, and then I made sure that if anything was going to be light, it was going to be the furthest end of the steering column, because I think most of that gets covered up by the dash. And anyway, a little more challenging than I thought, but I think it's going to turn out good. The SEM paint seems to adhere just fine to metal pieces like this knee panel and glove box. And so that's what we're going to do. I've tested it out already on the, found that out through the front, like the trim that goes up against the windshield for the headliner. It's metal as well, and so that's how I kind of figured it out. The only step I skip here is I don't spray it with the plastic, the final prep spray, just because it says it's for plastic and vinyl and not metal. But otherwise, just again, we're going to scrub it down with the SEM soap, rinse it off, and spray some gray paint on it. And so there we have it. We've got all the little accessories, I guess we'll say, of the dash painted up in the medium dark pewter. And I'll take you over here to the dash, show you a little point of comparison where we came from and where we're going. I think it's a very sharp color. And obviously, if you haven't been following along, this is the interior concept we're going with. So steering wheel went to that color, and then we're doing the dash in the dark pewter. But yep, that means part 3 will be the legitimate dash restoration that probably a lot of you have been waiting for. If you're following along in this series, is what am I going to do for things like this crack? There's various cracks. There's vinyl starting to peel off, you know, here and back there. So stay tuned to part 3. I mean, if you're watching this the day I upload it, it's probably gonna be 2 weeks from now, but if you're watching this 6 months from now, you can just, hopefully I'll update the end screen. But otherwise, like, comment, share, subscribe. I don't care which one you do, as long as you do one. It really helps this channel out. That's gonna do it for this episode. To all my 6 fans out there, thanks for watching.